Hi everyone. Here's the next segment of the Sam Spade office build, and I'm also troubleshooting some of the technical aspects of my setup here. Last time the audio was not great. I think I fixed that, though you'll have to let me know. And now the only aspect of the audio that's giving me a trouble is a bit of a lag, so my words are not matching my mouth. So other than that, it's like every time I fire up this rig with cameras and speakers and stuff that I got to go around and fix one or two things. So this morning one of the cameras wasn't working, and I managed to get the audio a little better than what it was, but anyhow, I'm still learning this whole process. So anyhow, we are working on Sam Spade's office still. This is the production picture of the office, the main set. There's a capture from the movie, and right now, on my table, you can sort of see what I'm working on. I've got the office all put together, assembled. It's not finished yet. It's just being held together, kind of just to get the fits right. So I'll show you a better picture of that. So that's the parts put together as of this morning. I've done a little work since then, and here are the parts all laid out. Now the one office panel is I'm starting to gesso it. It's got about 3 coats of gesso on it right now to give it a nice plaster finish look. I'm sanding the gesso between each application so that it smooths it out a bit more, and I'm trying to basically subdue the wood grain of the wood I'm using and give it a more plastery appearance. To the right of the white panel that's going to be the dividing wall between the office and the reception area. I've done a bit more work on it since here too, and I'll show you in a second, but that's all going to be constructed of, when it's done, it'll be finished to look like it's built of nothing but wood, nice finished wood in a sort of hopefully a bit of a kind of period way they would have divided up an office in the 20s and 30s, with instead of the era where we have drywall and 2x4s, this would have been just an actual nice finished wooden wall with doors. And the bottom window will hopefully have frosted glass in it, as will the window in the door. Above the window is going to be just clear glass, a transom. But I've also decided the door was a bit too small, so I removed the transom window above the door, and I'm going to just make it all the door, because it just wasn't looking right. So down here to the bottom left is the floor, and let's go to the close-up shot. Let's start showing you some of this stuff. So again, there's the panel I was just describing. It's going to be all done with wood. I know I'm making it out of wood, but it's going to be done with to look like it was constructed of wood paneling. Maybe a slightly Art Deco style, if I can manage it. So there will be the office door with the frosted glass window, and this is the frosted glass window over to the reception area. So again, here you can see the nice primed gessoed panel. I got to figure out the glass material that I'll use for the back behind the window. And here's the big panel with the sliding area that I can remove the office divider. And windows are all done, and I'm just starting. It's had the first application of gesso on it and the first sanding, so I've got about 3 of those to go yet before I can start actually painting it. So that's kind of where we're at this point. I can show you a bit of the library that I'm working on as well, because all I've been able to really do is construct the kind of door that goes into it. So let's look at that. I'm giving it a nice kind of library classical portal. I have to still do something to the railings here, and I was originally going to use the area above the door. I have a bust of Napoleon from the Pulp Mystery and Horror range in PMH 1, but he's a little too tall to fit in here, so I'm going to look around and see if I can find maybe a 20 millimeter plastic Greek or something that I can turn into a bust that can sit above the door. Still waiting for the shelves to arrive from Mantic. Shouldn't be too much longer, and we'll get that rolling. I'm going to have to figure out what I do for the door at the back too. So that's where we're at that point. I guess I should tell you a little bit about what the carpeting was. So this is the office carpeting. It is a material I get from the dollar store. It's sort of a foam sheet that they sell specifically for crafts of some sort. It's got a little bit of thickness to it. It's got a nice carpety looking texture, which is perfect for this. So I basically just cut the floor piece to the size I needed, and then smeared it with glue and pressed it down on the carpeting, and weighted it with a can of paint, like a big quart can of paint, overnight, so it dried nice and flat, and then inverted it and trimmed it off, and it's ready to go. It's ready to fit in. The only thing is, I did this once before already, and then when I was messing around with the panels, testing fit, I accidentally dinted the carpeting with my fingernails, and it left an impression that wasn't something I could salvage. So I had to scrape off the carpeting and do it all over again. So I'm being very gentle with this, and very careful, so as not to damage it before I actually install it. But so every time I'm working, I get it right off the game table, so I don't actually drop a knife or something on it, and try to keep it in as pristine shape as possible. So anyhow, I'm going to be probably painting this next time I record the next few steps, and it should be getting real darn close to being assembled. And then I'll be looking for furniture and maybe making some furniture. I don't know. I'm thinking I could use my little saw to, if I got some nice hardwood veneers, maybe I could actually make desks and a few other items, cabinets or something. I've got a couple items here Alright, I got an old roll top desk model. Which is okay, but Spade's desk wasn't a roll top, so I'm going to just use this. Maybe has a second desk over in a corner. And then I've got this nice little filing cabinet, so I'm going to have that. So when you look at Spade's office, there's the filing cabinet in the picture, and I want to stack it up with books and other stuff sitting on it. And of course, I'm waiting for the let's have a look here. Hang on. I'm cycling through all my shots. There we go. So I'm looking for the radiator, the steam radiator, to arrive, and then I'm going to have to figure out what to do about the lamps and other bits of furniture. So anyhow, that's where we're at the moment, and hopefully this recorded decently, though you are going to see a bit of lag between when I say a word and when my mouth moves. So I'll try to work on that, figure out what's wrong there. So anyhow, thanks for watching.